Welcome. This year's Valentine's Day is a little different. I know I said that last year. It seems to have two phases like last year, except this is a combined holiday with Little Ladies' Day. You may be thinking, didn't they do this with Make It Rain and All Saints' Wake? But there was really no reference to All Saints' Wake during Make It Rain, other than the Haunted Manor being accessible. Unlike the two-part events of the past, there's no promise of any additional content in the second phase. The only promise given is a change of decorations in the housing areas. And about those decorations. All 4 housing districts are currently decorated for Valentine's Day, which should then switch over to Little Ladies' Day on February 21st. Now, Gridania and Limsa are decorated for Valentine's Day, and Ulda is decorated for Little Ladies' Day. In each city, there are people to tell you about this combined event. In Gridania and Limsa, there are House Valentione butlers, and in Ulda you will find a royal servant. And again, Ishgard is not decorated for Valentine's Day. Anyway, the event is currently active and will end on March 8th. There are 2 shops open for this event. The Royal Handmaiden in Ulda sells the peach and cherry confetti for Gil, while the House Valentione maid in Gridania sells the right and left prismatic heart items also for Gil. More on this later. To participate, you need to complete one of the level 15 envoy quests in the MSQ. You can complete the event quests on any class or job level 15 or above. Alright, go to Muketo's Amphitheater in Old Gridania and pick up the quest, A Delivery of Love, from Lisette Valentione. Seems Astrid is somewhat concerned that she has not really grown up into her position as emissary of love, and Lisette thinks she just needs to be more patient and keep working at it. Just then, Kupka shows up, and he is already on the trail of a sad little girl. I mean, he knows a sad little girl ready to give up on her dreams. And apparently she knows who you are and even wrote you a letter. I have a fan. So since this young girl, Aline, likes to hear about the sea, Astrid suggests going to the beach for some inspiration. Or we could just swing by and get her and bring her along. Just gonna walk away, huh? You meet up again on a bridge in Middle Enosha, and after looking at the ocean for a while, Astrid suggests painting a picture for Aline, but they tell you to go pick some flowers. Hey, I'm pretty handy with a brush. When you get back, Kupka is done, and so you need to bring the picture to Aline. Though she is in the East Shroud, I think it's faster to go to Gridania, take the Ethernet to the Lancers Guild, and then take the ferry right to Sweet Bloom Pier, and you are right there. So Aline is about ready to give up on becoming an adventurer. Good thing you're here to give some helpful advice. And that seems to cheer her up. But then Kupka realizes he has letters to deliver to the songbirds in Ulda. Pick up the next quest, and Aline begs to come along, but first she needs to go ask her parents and get ready. Just take the ferry back to Gridania and take the Ethernet to the airship landing, and you will be right where you need to be. Interact with the destination and everyone shows up, ready to go. When the scene ends, you find yourself in the Ulda airship landing. Take the lift to the Ruby Road Exchange and talk to the Royal Seneschal. You know, after all these years, I still don't know your name. He's happy to see you again, probably, but then the songbirds show up, and Kupka delivers the letters to them. Ulala seems upset that they all get the same amount of letters. Ungrateful little... The others are telling her what for when they realize they haven't got a thing to wear. You don't look naked to me. Then sweet Aline suggests making them Valentione dresses. So Astrid takes off to get the dresses made, and the songbirds take off to do whatever it is they do. You know, I'm pretty handy with a needle and thread. Then the Royal Seneschal asks you all to take something to Aldithia in the Frontistery. and Elaine feels like a real adventurer for being trusted with a delivery. Yep, that's the job, kid. So turn and head straight through the Adventurers Guild out the front door to the Aether Shard and take it to the Alchemists Guild. So why is this guy wearing a mask, but nobody else is? Enter the Frontistery and speak to Aldithia. So it turns out the delivery is sweets for the kids, and Aline gets the leftovers as payment for her services. Kid, sweets are nice and all, but you might want to ask for some cash next time. Gear doesn't repair itself. Anyways, you catch up with Aldithia and Demiliot, and you see some of the kids from last year. But where are Momoru and Lori? Seems they are in their room taking a nap. Aww. When you get back to the Seneschal, the dresses are done, and the never-ending Songbirds concert begins. Well, they do take a break to give Aline some encouragement. But serious, from that point on, they are constantly on stage, dancing all night and day. You should come back later and see who shows up to watch. You all go back to Gridania to report to Lisette what we have all learned. Along the way, Aline gained courage and learned to not give up on her dream. Astrid gained insight and learned not to give up on her dream. And you? You learned that no matter what, you will always just be a supporting character. For completing the quest, you get some experience and an achievement. Oh, and you also get this hat. It's a fine hat for all you Kupo cultists out there. It's a slightly altered version of an older hat, which I guess is disappointing for some, but nice for those that missed out. It cannot be dyed, and it does go in the armoire. And no, it cannot be used by Vera nor Hrothgar. At this point, one other item becomes available at the shop in Gridania. The stuffed Kupka Koop is a tabletop housing item, which is also a slightly different version of an older item, which again is good or bad, depending on your own point of view. I'm not sure if this combined event is because of the current situation, or because they just want to try something new. This has a little more story content than you usually get for a single part Valentione's Day or Little Lady's Day, but not quite 2 events worth. The story is what you would expect from a Little Lady's Day event, but it involves Valentione's Day characters. And there is no repeatable content whatsoever. It can be fun to wander around the Frontistery or watch the concert just to see who shows up and what people say, but that only goes so far. The Songbirds sure do spend a lot of time on stage for not having any songs. Put someone else up once in a while, or just let them take a break. Make it more dynamic. There is definitely not 2 events worth of rewards, and there is no promise of anything new in the second phase, other than a decoration change. I will cover it when it happened, but it will probably be my shortest video ever. So is this event proof that last year's election was rigged? I mean, could you imagine going through the same story with Rodrigalt? Or Bert? Not very likely. They probably had little or no idea of what they were going to do this year when they were making last year's Valentione's Day content. Or did they? Anyways, thank you for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Goodbye.